Hey guys, it's Bill Soriano from Pittsburgh, and today I'm going to do my very first trend trap weekly overview. So stay tuned here because we're going to be going over about 8 different pairs, actually seven different Forex pairs, and we're also going to look at gold today. So we're going to go over these pairs, do a top-down analysis on them. I'll give you some zones that you'll want to look for this week. And so if that sounds good to you, stay tuned here. Okay, so here we are here, and the first pair we're going to look at is AUD USD. And so, like I said, what we're going to be doing here, I'm going to be doing these videos, probably at least one video a week, sometimes two, three videos a week. And so, what we're going to look at, like I said, we're going to do a top-down analysis of the pair. Uh, and this is using our trend trap pro trading strategy. So basically what that means is that we're trading with the trend. Okay. We always want to trade with the trend, but with trend trap, it's more of a short-term trend bias, not really a long-term thing. It's more of a short-term bias, which I'm going to show you here. And we actually determine the trend on the 4 hour time frame. So it's a little bit different where some educators will determine the trend on the daily time frame. So it's a little bit more. We do it on the 4 hours so that we're able to catch when the trend actually changes quickly so we can take advantage of those moves in the market. So here's AUD USD, like I said. And the first thing we want to do on the daily chart is we just kind of identify a daily range. Okay. And that's these two black lines here. This is the high, this is the low. There's a specific way that I do this. It's not just like some educators just mark up yesterday's high, yesterday's daily high, yesterday's daily low. There's a specific way we do this. And so the importance of the daily high and low is this. If I just draw with a fib here down, what we're looking at here, and this isn't obviously isn't a hard rule or anything like that, but you're going to get your best selling opportunities when price is in the upper half of this range, right? Above the 50%. And you will get your best buying opportunities when price is below that range. Now, it's not one of the rules of the strategy that you have to be in that area to take the trade, but you don't want to get into a long position up here when you're very close to the daily high, because these are rejection areas. So more than likely price is going to bounce off of there and reject off of there, and your stop loss is going to get hit. Now it may continue upward after that, but the issue is that your stop loss is going to get hit. And you also conversely don't want to take any sell positions when you're down here very close to this daily low range. Okay. And so that's really the purpose of identifying the daily trend for our strategy here. So now what we do is we're going to drop down to the 4 hour time frame, and this is where we really look at determining what is the direction of this pair. What is the short term directional bias? Which way do we want to take our trades this week? Or actually, it could change during the week. So which way do we want to trade Monday? Okay, and so we're on the 4 hour time frame, and we're not really concerned with anything back here. We want the short-term bias. We're looking at like the last three highs and lows. Okay. And so we just kind of have to ask ourselves here, is this low here lower than this low here? Right. And it is. Okay. Is this high higher than this high? Well, it's not. So we're just kind of looking at this area. And what we see here is that right here, once price opens and closes. Once we get a 4 hour candle, not 4 minute, once we get a 4 hour candle that opens and closes below this range here, right? Then we had a break of structure, and that break of structure is to the downside. So you could see that this candle right here opens and closes below. That's the first candle to open and close below here. And so our last kind of break of structure or change of character is to the downside. Okay, so right now we are bearish. I am bearish on AUD USD, so I would only be looking to take sells, right? And so when I look at this here, okay, if this is the lower low right here, okay, if this is the low, then this is our high. So I'd basically be bullish. I'm sorry, I'd basically be bearish on AUD USD until this area up here gets broken with a break of structure, right? And again, break of structures you need to get a candle open and close. Some educators just show you, hey, just teach you, hey, if the candle closes below this area, it's a break of structure. With trend trap, we need an open and close above or below an area to get a break of structure, right? So this is kind of our area here where we would be looking, if this area gets broken, then we would change our outlook to bullish at that time. Or if we get some type of market structure here next week where price pulls back here, moves down like we expect it to, and then we get a move up that kind of gives us a break of structure here, then that would also cause us to be bullish on AUD USD. But right now we are bearish. So what we do here after we determine that is we go down to the 1 hour. And if we're bearish, then we're looking for areas of support and resistance that price may react off of, right? So we're looking for these areas, and these areas are highlighted right here. Okay, so we are on the 1 hour time frame to identify these areas. And so we see the price did come up into this area right here. It did trade through it, but we have another area right above it. Okay, another area right above it. So what we do is once price hits these areas, we set alerts, right? So that we don't have to look at all the pairs every 5 or 15 minutes, whatever we're trading on. We set alerts there. Once the alerts go off, then we drop down to the 15-minute time frame. And what we do on the 15-minute time frame is now, this is our area right here. For a sell, right? If we're bearish, we look for an M pattern. And these M patterns, they could be a lot of different, you can get a lot of different looks in these M patterns, right? It's not going to be something perfect like this here, okay? You can get a lot of different looks, but basically we're looking for that M pattern. And you can see here that we do have, somewhat of an M pattern here, right? And so, once we get that first leg of that M pattern, we're looking to draw a trend line, right? We're looking to draw a trend line. And once we get a break of that trend line, that is one of our confirmations to enter the trade. Now, we do have a second confirmation with this strategy, and that is our quantum scanner. And the quantum scanner is one of 9 scanners that we have available on our educational platform. So the first confirmation for entry on the 15 or the 5-minute time frame. I take trades on the 15 or the 5. If I can't find a clear M pattern on the 15, I'll drop down to the 5, or if I can't find a clean trend line to draw on 15, I will drop down to the 5. But we look for that pattern, and the first confirmation is the break of that trend line. And again, that break has to be an open and close of a candle below that line. And then we confirm that with our quantum scanner. So essentially what we do is we pull up our quantum scanner, we go to the 1-minute time frame, and if we're taking a sell position, we just want to make sure that we've recently had an open and close below the trend line on the quantum scanner. So that's AUD-USD. Next pair we're going to look at is EUR-AUD. And I have a trade here. Let's get rid of these. From Thursday night I took here, right? So this was a trade I took Thursday night. And I got out of this trade Friday morning. So this was EUR-USD. This was a winning trade that I had Thursday night and Friday morning. But again, let's just go to the daily time frame. And we can see our daily range here, right? So we have our daily high, our daily low. And when we drop down to the 4-minute, what do we see? Well, we see, we're looking back here. We see that price is coming down. We get a break of structure here. We get another one. And so, essentially we have a downtrend. And it's pretty easy to see in this pair. Now, what we're looking for in this downtrend here, we are bearish on EUR-AUD, which you see from the trade I showed you that I took on Thursday. And we would stay bearish probably until, well, it looks like we have some structure here. So we would stay bearish right now until we would get a break of structure above this area right here. Kind of like above this area right here. Yeah, right now. So right now we get an open and close on the 4-hour time frame. We get a 4-hour candle that open and closes above here. Then that's going to change us to bullish. Okay, but right now we're bearish on EUR-AUD. And if we look at the 1-hour time frame, like I said, we do have that trade that we took from this area right here. Okay, from this area right here. And so now we've identified a lower area right here, and we've set our alert let's see here, our alert is set at 1.62950, right? So that's where our alert is set. Price is currently pretty close to our alert. And once that alert would get hit, right, then we would drop down to the 15-minute time frame. And since this is a sell position, once this alert would get hit, again, we would look for some type of M, right? We would draw our trend line. And once we would get a break of that trend line, then we would, that would be our first confirmation. And then we would confirm that on our quantum scanner on the 1-minute. Now, if you see over here, with my trade over here was we on the 15? Where was we at here? So I think on this particular one, I actually did drop down to the 5-minute to take the trade. And you can see here on the 5-minute, we have, this M. And then we actually got a trend line break in this area right here. And that's where we got in that trade. So that's EUR-AUD. So let's look at EUR-USD next. Okay. So again, we want to go to the daily time frame first, and we want to see where our daily range is. Okay, so the daily range on this one is a little bit tighter. Okay. So this is the top of our daily range. This is our daily range high, and this is our daily range low. Again, this is a range. It's not just Friday's daily high and Friday's daily low or the beginning of the week. There is a certain way that we determine this with the strategy. So we have our daily range high and our daily range low. We drop down to the 4-hour time frame, and we just kind of look at this, and we could see prices moving down. Okay. It looks like, when we look here, we can see that we're currently in what appears to be a downtrend, right? And so right here, we got a break of structure to the downside. We also broke this structure over here. So we're currently bearish on EUR USD as well. And again, we're probably going to be bearish until this area up here is broken, right? Till we get a break of structure up in this area here, or if we get some kind of price action here that, decides to turn around and break structure to the upside, right? So something like that. And until that happens, we are bearish. If we look at the 1-hour time frame here, let's get rid of this. We see that we identified this area right here, and our actual zone is right here, and our alert is set at 1.13900, right? And you can see that this area was actually hit on Friday. Okay. So when the market opens Monday morning around 8 a.m., we will start looking to see if anything materializes there. So again, once this area is hit, we drop down to the 15-minute and we look for that M pattern, right? We're going to look for that M pattern, and we're going to look to draw a trend line, and then we're going to have a potential entry on this once that trend line is broken. So that is EUR USD. Next pair I want to look at is GBP USD. So again, let's go to the daily time frame again. We just want to identify, we just want to see where is that daily high. There's the daily range high, that black line there. And this is the daily range low down here. So if we go to the 4-hour, we can see that after making this move up, that GBP USD has made several breaks of structure to the downside here. It's also taken out this low right here, which isn't necessary, but just a point to point out there. And you're basically in a downtrend here, and you'd be in a downtrend until you would get a break of structure above this area right in here at 1.33906, somewhere around there. To get a break of structure, you get a 4-hour candle that opens and closes above that range. Then we would change our outlook to bullish on GBP USD. But right now we are bearish. We have this zone identified right here. And so we had a lower zone identified as well. I showed you this for a reason here, because for me, whenever the zones are really close like this, you can see how close they are here. I like to identify two zones most of the time, but when the zones are really close like this, I like to go with the one that's further away. Okay, when they're really close, I like to go with the one that's further away, because most times if price moves into this zone, it does move into the zone that is very close to it as well. And we have our alert set here on, looks like 1.33630, right? So that's where our alert set. So once that gets hit and we get an alert, the alert goes off again, we drop down to the 15-minute time frame. And again, this is for a sell position. So we're going to look for some kind of M, right? Some kind of M pattern to form here. And then we're going to draw a trend line. And once we get that break of the trend line that is confirmed with our quantum scanner, then we have a potential entry on GBP USD. Next pair I want to look at is USD CAD. I did take a trade on this as well Thursday night during the Asian session. And what's good about our trend trap trading strategy is you can use it on all three sessions. So myself, I'm in the United States, Pittsburgh, PA. So I trade the New York session and then the Asian session. Now the London session, obviously, I'm asleep for. So for most of the trend trap traders, we like to start trading around 8 a.m. before the New York session opens. And we stop trading. We stop taking new trades at 12:30 p.m. So our New York session window is 8 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And then we don't take any trades from that 12:30 p.m. until 7 p.m. at night Eastern time. And that's when we would start looking for trades for the Asian session to open. And really, you can trade all the way through the Asian session. Now, for me, I'm usually in bed around midnight. But if you stay up later, you can take trades all the way through the Asian session. The only thing I would suggest is that you would stop trading around 2 a.m. For about an hour until the London session opens at 3 a.m. Eastern time, I believe. And you can trade that all the way to 6 a.m. So really, the only reason why you don't want to trade that 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. is because it's pretty volatile during that time when the London session opens. So anyway, you can see here, we took this trade. I took this trade, and what happened was about 3:30 in the morning here, I just got, this candle here just came down. It wicked down. It took me out of the trade. And then it did give us another chance to get in, but we were asleep at that time. So we got stopped out, and then price went right to our target. So this, as you guys know, happens a lot of times. You'll get stopped out, and if you're asleep, you don't have a chance to look to get back in if a potential entry exists, and you'll see the price goes right to your target. So anyway, let's go to the daily just to make sure we have our daily range identified here. Let's see, we have our daily range identified. And when we drop down to the 4 hour, we're going to see here that right now we are bullish on on USD/CAD. And basically the reason for that is we get this break of structure to the downside from this area right here, right? And then price moves up and we get a 4 hour candle open and close above here. And then we get another pullback and another break of structure to the upside here. And so we're bullish right now on USD/CAD. Now, if we would get a break of structure below this area here, see if I can draw that for you here. So if we would get a 4 hour candle open and close below this area here, then that would cause us to change our bullish outlook to bearish. Okay, but right now we're bullish, and you can see here you do get a 4 hour candle that closes below that area, but for trend trap we need an open and close. And you can see what happens here. As soon as it closes below that area, it turns right around and goes up. So a lot of educators will teach you to just look for a close below a certain area to get a break of structure or change of character. But that's not always valid because you need an open end close to give you a better chance of being right on that, right? Because you could see many times you'll get that close and then price just turns right around and continues in the direction that the trend was in. That's 4 hours. So we dropped to the 1 hour. We had, like I said, we took that trade on Friday. As price moved up here, it then gives us another area of support down here. And we have an alert set right here at 1.40825. Okay, so that's where our alert is set. Once that alert gets hit, we'll drop down to the 15-minute. And now, since this is a buy, we are going to look for some type of W position, right? Some type of W position. We'll draw our trend line off of that, and then we'll look for a break of structure of that trend line, along with the confirmation on the quantum scanner to have a potential entry in USD CAD. And again, like I was saying, if it becomes difficult for you to draw the M or W on the 15-minute time frame, you can always drop down to the 5-minute. Okay. Some trend trap traders actually trade on the 1-minute time frame. For me, that's a little bit fast. I'll drop down to the 5-minute. I don't like to go below there, but everyone has their own preference. And so if you can't spot the M or W quickly enough on the 15, you can drop down to the 5-minute time frame to find it. Conversely, if you can't draw a clean trend line, right? Because if you go through the trend trap boot camp that shows you how to draw these trend lines, if you can't draw a clean one on the 15-minute, then you're going to want to drop down to the 5-minute to see if you can find one. And so again, keep in mind, I haven't mentioned it much here, but notice how if we take this trade down in this area here, you could see our daily range lines right here. There's our daily range high, our daily range low. Notice how on Friday when price came up and hit the daily range high, it rejected off of it. So that's why it was important that I was able to get into this trade, right? And get the proper risk to reward on it. And again, for me, I need at least a 1 to 2 risk to reward, or I can't take the trade. Because if I can't make at least 2 times what I'm risking, then the juice just isn't worth the squeeze, right? So I was able to get that here. And you could see price bounces right off that daily range and it rejects right off of it. So the daily ranges are more of rejection areas for us. They tell us when price is close to them that we should stay away from those trades because what could happen, there's a high probability the price will reject and then hit our stop loss or our invalidation zone, as I like to say, and take us out of the trade before it ends up going to our target. Okay, so that's what we're looking for there. That's USD CAD. Next one is USD CHF. So USD CHF, we have a daily high way up here and a daily low down here. So we have a pretty big range here for USD CHF. You can see the price is currently in the top half of that range, right? And if we look on the 4-hour time frame, we're going to see that we're very bullish here. We are bullish on USD CHF as we've had several pullbacks and breaks of structure to the upside in this pair on the 4-hour time frame. And so if we're looking to see where we might turn bearish, that would be if we would get a break of structure right below this area right here. And again, that break of structure has to be an open and close of a 4-hour candle. So if that would happen, then that would change our outlook to bearish on USD CHF. On the 1-hour time frame, we identify our zones here. And this is the support zone that I've identified here. And our alert is set at I believe 0.81450. So that's where we have our alert set. Once again, once that alert gets hit, this is a buy position. So we're going to look for that. We're going to look for that W to form, right? We're going to draw a trend line, and we have a potential trading opportunity once we get a close above that, an opening close above that trend line, along with the confirmation of our quantum scan. Next pair, the last Forex pair we're going to look at is USD-JPY. And our daily range on this is up here. USD-JPY is trading at all-time highs right now, right? If you scroll here to the left, you can't see any candles at all, even if you go to the weekly. So I don't know where the last high was at, but it's trading at all-time highs right now. You can see our daily range highs up there, our low is down here. Look on the 4-hour time frame, we're bullish on this. Looking at our last 3 highs and lows, we can see that the last break of structure here was to the upside, and we would stay bullish on this until this area down here, until we get a break of structure in this area down here around 162.929. Okay, so if price would break structure down there, give us a change of character, that would change us to bearish. Or also, if price kind of moves up out of this range and then breaks that structure to the downside, that area right there around 163.614, right? That would also cause us to change our outlook to bearish. But right now we're bullish. On the 1-hour time frame, we have our zone identified here. Let's see, we're just looking for areas where we've had support. You can see all this price action right here, right? This was an area of resistance. Price broke through it. And then once price breaks through it, we're now looking for it to become support. Okay, that's the whole basis of identifying the zones here. Okay, and that's really the only area that we have to look at right now because we're using the 1-hour time frame to identify these zones. So our alert is set there at 163.200, 163.200. And again, if price would move down into that area, our alert would go off, right? We would look for some type of W. Yep. Draw a trend line, and then we would have a potential opportunity once that trend line is broken and we get a confirmation from our scanner. So the last one we're going to look at today here in this first trend trap weekly overview is gold. And gold was making, I've done that every time now. I keep forgetting to turn this drawing tool off after I use it. So I'll get a little bit better at that. But you can see here that gold, looking back again, we don't really go back that far, but let's look at the daily first here, right? So we have our daily range high, we have our daily range low. If we go to the 4-hour, right? What we've seen on 4-hour is this. You could see price was coming down, and for a while it was bearish, and then we made this nice move up. It was very bullish, right? And what happened was here, this was a little bit confusing here because normally when you look at this price structure here, you would think that this here would be your area that you would be looking for a break of structure in order to turn gold bearish. But if you look at this area right here, and if you look to the left, you can see that it gets hit once, twice, actually 3 times. This area right here gets hit 3 times recently in the past. And because of that, I decided to pick this area for my change of character. And you can see what happened was late on Friday, this 4-hour candle that closed at 5 p.m. on Friday, we had been looking for buys prior to this candle closing. Once this candle closed, that changed our outlook on gold to bearish. Okay. Okay. And it'll stay bearish until we get a move all the way up past here, or again, we get some kind of price structure that corrects, and then we get a break of structure to the upside here. Okay. So right now we are bearish. Okay. But if we get a break of structure to the upside, then that could quickly change us back to bullish this week, right? So let's look at the 1-hour time frame. We were looking to trade from this area right here. Okay, this was an area right here. You can see back here you have some action here and some action right here. So this area was resistance. It broke through it, and so now we're looking for that area to become support. And sure enough, price comes up, hits our area, and starts to react off of it, right? So if we go down to the 15-minute, we can see here that I did get in a trade on Friday. I got in a trade here from this lower zone that we had marked up, and that trade actually lost. There's a video on my channel you're going to want to watch talking about the news and why I decided to take the trade, even though there was high impact news coming out, and what actually happened. And then what happened is lost that trade. Price moved up into this higher area here, and you can see that we have a very quick M here. You can see it better on the 5-minute. Okay. And I got the break that I was looking for in the trend line. The scanner confirmed it. So I took a trade down on gold, and I did get out of that position at 3 p.m. or I think it was 3 p.m. Eastern time, because we don't want to hold any trades over the weekend. Okay, so we're going to be looking right now. Gold is bearish, like I said, unless it breaks above, right? Gold is bearish here unless it breaks above this structure right here. Because again, you can see we're getting a hit right here again. So see how price is reacting in the same area. We got our break of structure to the downside. So if we get a break of structure above this 4067.373, if we get a clean break of structure above there, then that could cause us to go right back to bullish. Now you notice how we have this trading range here that is above that zone. And you might say, well, Bill, why are you looking to take a short position if price moves up above there? And the reason for that is because, again, we need a 4-hour candle to open and close above this area in order for us to get a valid break of structure or change of character to change the trend. And many times what happens is you get candles that come up in here, but you never get a candle, you never get a 4-hour candle that opens and closes above. So until that happens, we're still bearish on gold, and we will be when we start this trading week. So that's basically it, guys. That's the first trend trap weekly outlook. And so what I do want to mention is, if you like this video, if you want to see more of these videos, like I said, I'll be doing at least one a week, maybe 2, sometimes even 3, depending on what goes on in the market, right? If we happen to get that move up here in that break of structure, and we get a change from bearish to bullish in gold, I'll probably do a shorter video, because I'll just be going over the pairs that the trend has changed on, right? So if you want to get these videos, if you want to get these markups, these zones that you have potential trades at, then make sure you subscribe to my channel. Comment below the video here. Tell me what you like the best about it. And, also what I should have said at the beginning of the video is I'm not an investment advisor. I'm not trained to give you investment advice. Everything that I share here on this video about the Trend Trap Pro strategy is for educational purposes only, right? Forex is a risky business. You could lose all or part of your trading capital, and that's why we always tell people to trade any new strategy, at least 50 trades on a demo account before you risk any of your real money or any money in a funded account. So if you like the strategy, if you'd like to learn the whole strategy, right, you can become a customer of the community that we're with, the company that we're with. You can take a 7-day test drive of that company. Basically, you pay the membership fee and they offer a 7-day money back guarantee. So you can actually come in to our educational platform here. This is the Trend Trap boot camp. You can go through all 5 lessons here in the boot camp, like I just showed you. Lesson 1 shows you how to identify the trend. Lesson 2, the zone. Lesson 3, the breakout. That's the entry, right? And then lesson 4 goes into the shield, which is your risk management. And then lesson 5 is your vision. So you can watch all 5 of these videos, learn this strategy. You can get on 5 live sessions that the educator here, Jay Awal, does Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 a.m., Tuesday and Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. So he does 2 different times there to catch the people that can't get on the morning lives. But in any event, if you missed the live sessions, all the sessions that he does are recorded and you can access them in this area here of our trading platform. So have a great week, guys, and talk to you again soon.